Jealousy. It does not announce itself with fangs bared. It does not roar like rage, nor does it weep like sorrow. No, jealousy creeps. It whispers in the dark corners of the heart, where pride meets insecurity. And once it takes root, it devours everything. I tell you now of two I once knew, not dragons, though their hearts burned just as fierce. Two mortals, bound by blood, bound by love, brothers. Calder and Edrin, one gifted with the voice of a bard, songs that could move stone to tears. The other blessed with the hands of a smith, steel that sang beneath his hammer. Different in craft, but equals in bond, or so I believed. Until the day the king's daughter came to their village. She was radiant, not merely in beauty, but in presence. The kind of soul that draws eyes without effort. And she admired Calder, his songs, his laughter, his light. Edrin saw this, and he told himself it did not matter, that he was content in his forge, that his brother deserved joy, but the heart does not always obey what the mind commands. Night after night, Edrin stood in his forge, striking iron with hands that trembled, not from labor, but from the poison blooming in his chest. Why him, he asked the coals. Why does he receive what I cannot have? Am I not worthy? Am I not skilled? Am I not enough? And jealousy answered, not with truth, but with venom. It began with small cruelties. A sharpened word here, a cold silence there. Edrin spoke of Calder's flaws to those who would listen, sowed doubt in the minds of their kin, whispered to the king's court that his brother was fickle, unworthy of noble affection. And when words were not enough, he turned to steel. He forged a blade, beautiful, flawless, and he gave it to a rival, one who despised Calder for his charm. A weapon made by Edrin's hand, to be used against his own blood. The rival took the blade, and one night, beneath a moonless sky, he struck. Calder did not die, but the wound ran deep enough to end his voice, deep enough to shatter the music he had once made. And when the truth emerged, when the rival confessed who had armed him, the village turned upon Edrin, not with pity, not with mercy, but with rage. He was cast out, stripped of name, stripped of kin, and Calder, broken and silent, did not plead for him, did not forgive him. He simply turned away. Edrin wandered for years, not in chains, but in a prison far worse. The knowledge of what he had done, the weight of what he had destroyed, not out of hate, but out of jealousy. I tell you this tale because I understand it, not through Edrin alone, but through myself. I once envied another Drake, Sitharax. He was beloved by our clan, revered, honored. Where I was tolerated, he was celebrated. Where I was feared, he was admired. And I told myself I did not care, that my strength spoke for itself. But jealousy does not require your permission. It grows in silence. I watched him receive what I craved: respect, trust, love. And I began to resent him for it. Not because he was cruel, he was not. Not because he took what was mine, there was nothing to take, but because his light reminded me of my shadow. So I sought to dim his flame. I spoke against him in council. I questioned his judgment, his loyalty. I sowed suspicion where there had been none. And when war came, I did not stand beside him. I let him fall. He died believing I had abandoned him, and I had, not with blade or claw, but with silence, with spite, with jealousy. I carried that truth for centuries. I told myself it was strategy, survival, necessity, but it was not. It was jealousy, and it cost me more than his life. It cost me my own soul. Jealousy does not make you strong, it makes you small. It convinces you that another's gain is your loss, that love is a commodity, to be hoarded, competed for, stolen. But love is not flame in a lantern, where one light dims another. Love is the sun. It does not lessen by shining on someone else. And yet, we forget this. We see those we cherish turn toward another, and we feel abandoned, unworthy, less. But you are not less because someone else is loved. You are not forgotten because another is seen. The only thing jealousy proves is that you have stopped seeing yourself. If you find jealousy stirring in your chest, do not feed it. Do not justify it. Do not let it whisper that you deserve to take what another has earned. Speak it aloud. Name it. Not to those you envy, but to yourself. Say, I am afraid I am not enough. Say, I am hurt that I am not chosen. Say, I grieve what I do not have. Softly. Because jealousy is not the truth of you. It is the shadow of your pain. Edrin lost his brother. I lost my kin. Both of us burned what we loved, because we could not bear to see it shine elsewhere. Do not become us. Do not let jealousy turn your heart into a blade. The ones you love are not your enemies, and you are not diminished by their light. Let them burn, and burn beside them, not in competition, but in kinship. Even in shadow, you can choose the light.